Guys, I just got my new YakAttack SideStage Pro rod holders and the rod rack, if you will, the SideStage rod rack. And I'm looking forward to getting these set up and tested out this weekend, or hopefully before the weekend, on my RVR119. I'm going to kind of review these, show you the setup, and show you what they're all about because it's kind of new on the market. Looking forward to it, so hit that like and subscribe. Yeah, so last time I was out, I've been using, vertical rod holders, and, my rods are sticking up. And, you never want the lure at the top of the rod. You want it down at the bottom, because if you go under some trees or something, those hooks catch on trees and stuff. If you've been kayaking down rivers much, you've all been there. And what happens inevitably is you don't get your lure all the way down here because it's just more convenient to have it at the top. And then you go under some trees because you catch a fish or the current's taking you or whatever, tying something on, not paying attention. Next thing you know, your rod's in the trees, current's taking you down, you're having to fight back, drag's letting out. And man, it just happened. Usually I can mitigate that and manage it, but man, it happened so many times I was so fed up. I wanted to go with a horizontal rod stager for me. And so I did a little research and decided to go with this YakAttack model to hopefully alleviate some of that. So hopefully I'll no more of this tree fighting going on after this. Okay guys, this is what it looks like when you get it. It doesn't come assembled. There were no instructions, whatever, so you kind of just got to figure it out. But this is obviously going to mount to your track, and there's some ways you can adjust it, the angle and turn it, all that kind of stuff. This knob right here, loosen that up, and that will let you pivot the angle, okay? And then the next thing you got to figure out is this whole piece right here does not come on here. It's a thing where you can slide this, right? Slide it where you want, but it's not on here initially. You got to slide it on from this. There's two screws down here, and so you're going to have to take this and you're going to have to take that bottom screw out and slide it on. Then I guess that screw is just a retaining screw to keep from sliding all the way off because it won't come off with that screw there. And then from there, you basically got these flip over. That's one level. Then you can go ahead and lock it with your latch. And quite honestly, I think I'm just gonna not even worry about that latch. I'm just gonna throw my rods in here and just flip that over. Just on the one side where my reel's at next to me is the idea. And I'm just gonna kind of try to take both of these, set them to the same angle, get them out on the kayak, try it out tomorrow, see how it goes. But that's basically what we're looking at. So it's easier to not have anything mounted to it. Get it slid in your track here where you want it, and then just go ahead and try to start. You gotta squeeze this lever, I think. There's no, like I said, there's no instructions. It took me a while to get that other first one on, but I finally was able to get a tight fit on the first one. But all right, yeah, it's starting to tighten down now a bit. There we go, it's getting tighter now. Okay, that's good. Okay, if you remember, I told you it's kind of a pain putting this on, right? Because there were no instructions, right? So after this whole trip, I went to YakAttack's website and found a lot of people had the same question, and they made a little video on it. But basically, I was pushing this in and turning it, and it seemed like I could get it to catch when I did that. After I spun around. I just didn't understand. But you could get this all the way off of here, but when you did, the bolt was loose, and it didn't make any sense at all how it would attach. So what the deal is behind this little piece right here, there's another lever right inside here, if you can see that. You have to grab that lever, pop that open, and when you do, voila, okay? Now this is super easy to put it where you want, tighten it down, no problem. Come back, stick your thing on there, and lock it in place. So that's called the lock and load system. So having that, it's great, okay? Now everything just got a whole lot easier, but little instructions could have been helpful there. All right, so basically just pushing the lever here, slide that on, take it to about where you need it to be. So I'm gonna try to match my other one right there. And then you can adjust the height, with this right here. And there you go. So this is on the RVR119. So I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not. I may bring it up a little bit more. I don't know. The jury's out still. What I'm gonna do, I just had to move my seat out of the way. I think what I'm gonna do is the butt of my rod is gonna go in that slot with the reel in the middle, the pole going out the back. That's my thinking. I keep my paddle on the right. So we're gonna try this out and tomorrow and see what happens. So, all right guys, this is how I got these rod stages set. Probably have to angle that one down a little bit more, but got them sitting here on the side of my RVR. So we're gonna see how this does today. So we'll let you know. So my initial concern was, will this be in my way? Paddling, catching fish, etc. And you see my initial setup, yeah, it was kind of in the way. I had to get used to that. I just basically made some adjustments, angled them down more. And then once I did that, as you can see, I've had no more problems paddling it or catching fish. Yeah, so once I adjusted it to a steeper angle on the rod rack there, had no more problems paddling, and this was about an 8-mile river run. I don't know the total number of fish I caught that day, but I caught 14 bass that day after I made those adjustments, so I had no problem catching fish, including this nice one here.
Oh my gosh, oh, I got a big in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got a good one. I got a good one here. Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. Oh my goodness. I got a good one here. Oh, baby, come on. Come on. Oh, don't you do that. Come on. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Woo-hoo-hoo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I will tell you, this is a SideStager Pro. There's also simply just a SideStage. Okay, SideStage Pro, then there's also a SideStage. The difference is this lock and load attachment right here. With a SideStage, you get the 3 holders, if you will, on here, and it just mounts to the track right here, and it goes out horizontally. There's no adjustments at all. And I was gonna get that initially, but then I started really worrying about, you know, is that gonna get in the way? Do I need the ability to angle these down? And it turns out, yeah, I absolutely did. So that's why I paid the extra to get the SideStage Pro model. Okay, guys, just to wrap it up for you, I'm happy with the purchase. Once I saw the video on how to use the lock and load piece, it made it a whole lot easier. But even so, without it, just the fact that they were to hold my rods down there, I don't have to worry about hitting the trees or my branches and all that kind of stuff and getting a lure caught and having to fight upstream to get it. And I do that so many times on my trip prior to this one, and I'm just tired of it. It happens every now and then, but I'm just tired of it. You know, this does have a different issue. Now you got to watch your rod tips when you're, you know, if you're fishing in rivers with timber that's kind of horizontal with the water, above the water, things like that. You know, you got to keep mindful of that, but that's a lot easier than, you know, your lure at the top of your rod and getting hooked on a tree and pulling drag out and the current's taking you down and you don't want to lose your lure and snap your line and just all that stuff. So I think it's just easier to get to too. Also with them right there, just to my left there, I can grab them and go easy. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. And you know, I just keep my setup on my cat keeps evolving and it keeps getting better and better. But I do recommend them. They're a little pricey. I think they're $75, $85. I do think they're worth it. It solves a problem, you know, that I was having. And so I am happy with them. So it's a good, solid product. Hope y'all got something out of it. Hit that like and subscribe.